Little Women. In the heart of a small New England town during the Civil War, the March family lived in a modest home, filled with love and warmth despite the absence of their father, who was serving as a chaplain in the war. The four March sisters, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, were close-knit, each with distinct personalities and dreams. Meg, the eldest, was a beauty with a desire for luxury and refinement. Jo, the second, was a tomboyish writer with a fiery spirit. Beth, the third, was a gentle soul, devoted to music and her family. Amy, the youngest, was a budding artist with a flair for the dramatic. The sisters spent their days balancing work and play, helping their beloved Marmee with household chores, and dreaming of a brighter future. Though they faced financial hardships, the March sisters found joy in each other's company, sharing stories, secrets, and hopes for the future. As the years passed, the March sisters grew into young women, each finding their own paths in life. Meg's beauty and grace attracted the attention of John Brooke, the kind and honorable tutor of their wealthy neighbor, Laurie. Their courtship blossomed into love, leading to a happy marriage. Jo, meanwhile, struggled with her fierce independence and her deep friendship with Laurie. Though Laurie loved her, Jo could not see herself as his wife, and she turned down his proposal, breaking his heart. Determined to pursue her dreams of becoming a writer, Jo moved to New York, where she found inspiration and a new friendship with Professor Baer, a German scholar who recognized her talent and encouraged her to write from the heart. Life for the March sisters was not without its trials. Beth, the most delicate of the sisters, fell seriously ill after contracting scarlet fever from a family the Marches had helped. Despite her sister's care and her own gentle spirit, Beth's health declined, leaving the family heartbroken. Amy, who had always envied her elder sisters, found her own path to happiness when she traveled to Europe with her wealthy Aunt March. There, she reconnected with Laurie, who had been trying to forget his heartbreak over Jo. In the beautiful cities of Europe, Amy and Laurie fell in love, finding comfort and companionship in each other's presence. Their marriage marked the end of Laurie's pursuit of Jo and the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. In New York, Jo worked tirelessly on her writing, pouring her heart into her stories. Though her initial attempts were met with rejection, she persisted, refining her craft with Professor Baer's guidance. Over time, Jo began to understand that her true success would not be measured by wealth or fame, but by the authenticity of her work and the joy it brought her. As Jo grew closer to Professor Baer, she realized that her feelings for him were deeper than friendship. When she returned to Concord, she was greeted with the sad news of Beth's death, a loss that left a deep void in the family. However, Jo found solace in her writing and in her growing affection for Professor Baer, who later came to Concord to be with her. They eventually married, and with the money Jo earned from her writing, they opened a school for boys in Beth's memory. The March family's story is one of love, loss, and resilience. Through all their struggles, the sisters grew closer, each finding her place in the world. Meg found contentment in her marriage and motherhood, Amy discovered her passion for art and a loving partner in Laurie, and Jo fulfilled her dream of becoming a writer while also building a family with Professor Baer. As they reflected on their lives, the sisters realized that their greatest wealth lay not in material possessions, but in the love and support they had for one another. The March family, though no longer complete without Beth, remained strong, united by the memories they cherished and the bonds they had forged through years of shared joy and sorrow.